Hello, beautiful beings, and welcome to today's live where we cultivate more love and join our lives through self development and shifting perspectives. Once again, the muscle memory of my podcast intro is coming back. If you haven't checked out the Joy Channel podcast, highly recommend it. There are tons of beautiful meditations to tune you into peace, love, joy, creativity, wisdom, etc. Pretty much, if you can think of it, I've got one for you. And if you're not able to find it, message me. So today we're just going to talk about creativity, how you get to create your preferred experience by what you're saying. Hey, Yasmin, perfect timing, you say. Of course, I'm always in the right place at the right time. Always in the right place at the right time. Hey, MJ. You are your biggest asset, right? You make sure that your life is wonderful, thriving, etc. Hey, Andrea. Oh my gosh, I'm glowing. Thank you so much. Yes, I've been taking excellent care of myself. I feel phenomenal. I've been manifesting a lot of gifts lately. That's one of the things I put in the Ultimate Self-Concept Reset. And so I just keep receiving, so someone gifted me some skincare stuff. It was awesome. Yeah, I love the nails too. You are your biggest asset. So support yourself, right? That means that, for instance, when I was feeling a little depleted, what did I do? I restored myself. I didn't try to force or push or stress myself the heck out. I was like, we're going to rest and we're going to come back restored, renewed, vibrant, beautiful, etc. That's why I'm not on until 4 p.m. today. I was like, I'll go on later. You get to be your favorite version of self, right? What is it that helps you thrive in the most wonderful way, right? So for me, especially if I know I have a bunch of clients coming up in a week or whatever, I make sure I take excellent care of myself so that I can give the fullest, be fully present, be all cylinders firing, right? I went to sleep at 7:30, 8:30 every night last week. It was phenomenal. And that also was because I was so satisfied with my life. I was like, I don't need anything else. I don't need anything else right now. Yeah. When you cultivate that within yourself, where you're just like, you know what, I'm good. I was turning my phone off more, stopped scrolling. Basically, scrolling was not as good as my inner monologue. So I was like, why would I be absorbing subpar thoughts when I could be in my juiciness and vibrancy, right? You love doing nothing. Sometimes it feels right. Yeah. Also, it's so fun where it's oh, things just come right to me. Things just come right to me, right? These days I don't feel like I want an SP anymore. That's fine. I mean, I also think that it's using... There has been a psychological fuckery that has occurred with the whole principle of a specific person. Basically, it just means you have a person in your life who is showing up in a way you don't prefer. So then you get to select, oh, actually they come in this way, and then let it go. But people have obsessed to the point where they're making it so stressful and complex and hard instead of just being oh, I prefer them to show up that way. Cool. I've internally selected. I feel that that's the reality I'm in. And of course, they're going to reflect it to me. Right? Just started a business. So I'm affirming my business is booming. I get so many clients. Congrats, Sainty. Oh my God, your business is booming. I remember you telling me that you're doing exactly what you're loving and you're so popular. You're the best in your field. Everyone knows you're the best of the best. And so you just keep getting recommendation after recommendation, You're the best at what you do and everyone knows it. No one compares to you. Your clients love buying from you. Your clients love paying your prices. Your clients love sharing the good word about you. Your clients love it. Yeah, out of thin air is fine. I mean, my experience is when you're so fulfilled in yourself, you're naturally so magnetic anyway, right? And then people come out of the woodwork to be like, hey, girl. Hey. What about Mary's take? Okay, making the decision, feeling it in your gut, and not in the mind shifting. So I will feel it in my heart or I'll feel it in my gut. Sometimes I'll feel it in my mind. The thing with that is that, and Mary didn't mention this, probably because it just came to her in consciousness, right? And that comes with like most things. When I mentioned this on a live the other day, when I had shifted from my body being injured and my body being perfect, I had like my heart start being where I would feel things, right? And then I started feeling things in my gut at like different other points. That is like, there's a large precedent of understanding for that in various different cultures across all of human history, right? In the chakra system, you would see it as like a wheel, a gear, right? She mentioned it as a gear. I've called it a wheel before. I've called it a gear many times because you actually feel that center of energy actually like shift and lock into place, or like just like reorient to it. It's very fun to play with. Is it necessary? No, but it happens sometimes. And I think that there's space to just recognize like, oh, yeah, sometimes this happens and it's an observable thing. And then so you can also use that. That's why before I've like taught people to go in somatically with selecting your reality and having that feeling drop in, right? Sometimes it's not even like a wheel turning. It's more of like a dropping in like through my whole central column. It's any way it happens is correct. And if you've observed yourself enough times, you might notice a trend. I almost want to talk about my SP and complain, but then I immediately think not to contradict the story. You can't complain about him because he's perfect. There's nothing to complain about. He's like the perfect, like, man, the perfect partner for you. You literally have no complaints. You know what I mean? You're in your perfect relationship. It's so funny. You just have nothing to complain about. You like no complaints anymore just because why would you? He's absolutely an angel. But that's the thing with like, and I'm sure Mary has said this before too, like you don't have to do it that way, but you can. And if you notice it happening that way, like the reason she noticed it, Ellie noticed it, I've noticed it before. Like I've had whole podcast episodes where I talk about it like from 5 years ago, where you will feel an internal shifting. I mentioned it in the one where I talk about changing stoplights because that's how I went from trying to like do it with the mind with the third eye into just knowing it in here and like witnessing the green and the green of the light and how it happens like that. So it's like, it's just awareness. When you have your awareness, you grow your awareness, you notice different things. Girl, you and Erica make this so easy and chill to understand. It's so soothing. I love Erica. She's great. I'll hang out with her one day. Next time I'm in Manhattan, we had chatted about it. Difficulty I had with Mary's thing was the difference between making a decision and thinking of it. Okay, so thinking of anything, think of a decision. You can like think of like, oh, I would really like peanut butter. But the decision of like, I'm having peanut butter, it's a difference in conviction, right? Thinking of something versus thinking like from it, or thinking of it versus knowing like, yeah, cool, I'm having that. What's Mary's thing? It's not Mary's thing, but it is something that she brought forth in a way and described it, but it's been a thing for millennia. Oh my gosh, I just combined two like lipstick things. But it's like you're like using your internal, it's like the kinesthetics of knowing is what I call it, where it's like you'll kinesthetically feel a knowing in various areas of your body, right? So Mary was specifically talking about feeling it in the gut. You can feel it in your gut, you can feel it in your heart. Some people feel it in solar plexus. You'll have different decisions you can actually observe make in different places. If she's primarily doing it with the gut, great. Like that works for her. The thing about being consciousness and it being infinite is that you have infinite ways of keying in and doing it. Oh, you've missed me. Oh, that's sweet. So you set with the resistance when shifting and sort of push through while shifting. It's not even like pushing through, right? with like physics, if you push against the wall pushes back. It's more of like it dissolves. The resistance, like the idea of resistance even dissolves, where you're just like, no, I have this, and you'll actually witness it kind of like unfurling almost, right? Like pushing through as if it's okay. Here's what one of the big shifts in my consciousness around that was. You're not pushing through to like, because there's nothing to push through. So when you realize that it's not actually here, there's nothing to push through, and it just goes away, right? So like when I was shifting from nose broken to nose unbroken, I wasn't pushing through resistance of my nose being broken. I wasn't pushing through pain. I selected that like, oh, my nose isn't broken, therefore I'm not even in pain. Couldn't be in pain. So that doesn't belong to this, and it, right? If I had pushed through, if I had tried to push through, but I'm in so much pain and all this, instead of relaxing into it, kind of reminds me of like Devil's Snare in Harry Potter, where it's like when Ron's all like twisting and freaking out, and they're like, just relax, and he's like, ah. But then what Hermione uses the light of the sun, so that would be the light of your awareness as well. But either way, like, just relax, stop struggling. Don't need to stress yourself out. Sometimes I'd say I have it, and she would say I didn't truly shift if I still think to contradict it. Well, that's true, because contradict means to speak against. So if you're saying I don't have it, then are you the one that has it? Or you're like, I know I have it, but why isn't it here? Well, then you're not really getting that you have it and it's here, are you? If you're making up still that it's not here, you are making it up that it's not here, and so it's just following you. It's only showing you to yourself. Stop looking out here. Stop looking out here. Be in here. Hold and know it here, and it has to reflect. It has to. When I did it successfully, it usually physically manifested within an hour to a day. Correct. Yeah, it's very, very fast. I love the feeling of resistance. It's the most potent land. Energetically, it's an invitation. Resist means to stand against. So it's just you standing against yourself. So when you stop standing against yourself, like the idea that came up for me was like, oh, well, things take time to heal. But when I took that story out of the equation, and I was like, well, that's not true, because there's infinite iterations of reality, which means there's the reality where it heals instantly, also the reality where it was never broken, also the reality where it's even better than it was before. So then I just like didn't even care which of those I was in. I was just like, it's just is perfect. It just is perfect. And I knew it into being, and I stopped stressing out about it. Because there's nothing to stress out about. If your nose is not broken, then you can't be stressed out about it, can you? If my nose isn't broken, then I'm not stressing about like, what if I'm disfigured? Right? Because that was a thought that came up, was like, what if you just like it heals wrong, and then you're like whatever, ugly forever, and you have to get like surgery and all this stuff. And I was like, at first I engaged with that, and I said no, because, and I felt it get stronger in my system once I acknowledged it, and I said no, actually taking attention away entirely, putting all my attention on, it's already perfect. It's actually always perfect. It's actually already perfect. I'm already perfect. Oh, thank you guys for reposting and sharing and all that jazz. How can I move past this? I love him, but I feel so broken and crappy. The girls are pretty. You're beautiful. This is just an invitation to love yourself more. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. You're chosen. You're creating an external projection of self to show you what you've already been thinking about you, right? You're beautiful. You're amazing. You're chosen. Everyone loves you. I always had a hard time believing in myself and trust. Can you talk about trust and manifestation? Sure. Trust is a manifestation of consciousness. Trust, believing in yourself and believing in manifestation, believing in consciousness, believing that if I select something, I get to experience it, believing that if I receive a thought that I prefer, I get to choose that I experience it. Trusting that, oh, I'm shown my desires because I'm meant to experience them, right? You decide what to trust. If you're trusting, well, it's not working, then you're still trusting something. You're still investing in something. If that's true, then doesn't that make you think of it being done wrong if it takes a while longer? No. If it makes you think that, then examine that assumption. You're assuming that. Oh, number one, you're saying it's taking a while longer instead of not acknowledging it, living your life to the fullest. If you're living your life to the fullest and enjoying your life, you don't even have time to ponder and consider. You're already in the thing of like, wow, we're here. We're doing it. This is amazing. Beautiful things come to me all the time. Right? And also, like, don't stress yourself out. Okay, sure, you had a thought that comes to you of like, oh, this is taking a while. You know what you can do is in the moment you decide, actually, it's already here and it's perfect for me. Actually, it's already here. It's perfect. He's watching girls on TikTok who are married, so decide he doesn't. He's a projection of your consciousness. Like, where in you were feeling inadequate, like, oh, so many people are beautiful. He's so busy doting on you and paying attention to you and spending time with you that he does not have time to watch thirst traps on TikTok. The man has too many hobbies and too many better things to do, right? Take accountability and tell a better story. This is going to sound stupid, but if SP is distant, but I want to sleep with him tomorrow, yes, it can. Yes, it can. And also, is that really the version that you want, like, long term? If you're like, okay, sure, you could do that to prove to yourself that you can, you know, but also, like, so, number one, stop telling the story that he's distant. He's not distant. He's all over you. He loves you so much. He's consistent. He's not distant. He's consistent, which means you get to be consistent. Stop keeping yourself distant from the story of you're together. It's contradictory talking to friends about something 3D wise, but internally you have it. Well, yeah, because if you have it, how could you be having a conversation about not having it? And then if you're having a conversation about not having it, like, being in your awareness, being like, no, actually I already have it. And then you could be like, wait, actually that conversation didn't even happen, or something like that. If you're like really in a, like, whatever. But like, don't go out of your way to have fucking complaining conversations, because the you that has your perfect relationship isn't complaining. That's not the you that is like happy. You know what I mean? You can't be having that conversation as the person who has it. You can't be having that conversation. You're the one that has it. You're not having that conversation. And then what are you going to hear? Some like fuck ass reflection being like, I don't think you should be doing that. I think that you're like wasting your time. You can't manifest people. So dumb. Not you, but just like, it's just a pattern in consciousness, right? We've all been there. And then you get through it by deciding, actually, none of that is relevant to me. You love how matter of fact I am. You're just using him for schmecks, not gonna lie. Well, okay, but you said that he's distant. So you're noticing that he's distant, which I'm gonna say is implying that you don't really want him to be distant. So be honest with yourself, because you might be here saying like, oh, I'm only using him for schmecks. Okay, if that were the case, you wouldn't even be asking the questions you're asking. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you were really just using him for schmecks, like, you wouldn't, like, care. Also, I have to state, like, I think the whole, like, using someone for schmecks thing is so, like, bizarre to me. Because it's like, don't you want to, like the people you're connecting with and enjoy their company? No shade, right? I think, like, you know, however old you are, live your life. But, like, I don't know. I like spending time with people. It's like, yeah. Anyway, again, not judging you or saying that that's wrong. I'm just saying, is that actually what you desire? If that's what you desire, go do it. Dude, I manifested so many things in that way, where it was just like, oh, I just want this. Bye. But like, yeah. Anyway, everyone is live right now. I don't know who to watch. Hey, Layla. So just affirm and persist. Well, yeah, what else is there? Deny and pretend you don't have it? We live in the same dorm. I want him to knock and say he misses me, but we're not in contact right now. You're assuming you're not in contact instead of assuming he's already with you. You're already talking. You're already together. You know what I mean? Like, Again, the you that has it can't possibly be complaining about not having it. Great. So whatever it is that you desire, you have it. You have it in exactly the way you want. And then if you have any like unsatisfaction come up, you can just revise it in the moment of being like, wow, he's so consistent. He's so attentive. You're assuming you're not in contact right now, which is impossible because like he already done knocked on your door, baby. You guys are already together. Can you do a rampage for me moving in? To where? Like, where did you move into? How to divorce linearity? Sometimes my ego starts thinking about the things that have to happen. There's infinite iterations of reality, so like, why would you try and put it in one like kind of line? You know what I mean? Like, there's reality where it happened right now, happened 5 seconds ago, happens 20 minutes from now, happens 3 weeks from now, happened 3 weeks ago. So just select that it came to you in the easiest, quickest way and like live your life, right? And then assume that everything that's occurring is occurring for you instead of occurring like in a way that's not benefiting you. Like, wow, I have it. It's great. How to divorce linearity. Stop assuming you're married to linearity. That's what it means. Like, don't be married to linearity. Don't be like, this has to happen and then this has to happen and then this has to happen, right? Everything can fall into place and happen all at once and it can be really easy for you. Anyway, so do I assume he knocked us in the past or he's knocking right now is in the present? Whatever feels good for you, dude. Whatever feels good for you, you get to do that. An apartment further away. You moved into your perfect apartment. I remember you telling me that you were like, oh my gosh, girl, this apartment is so great. I have everything I desire and like I've got all the amenities I wanted and more. It's like 150 times better than I was imagining. I have the best apartment ever. It's lit. It's like the best hangout spot. And I only ever have the best people over. I can do whatever I want. I have my complete freedom and I feel so good. That's your rampage. Rampage lit. High mystical. Yeah, my pleasure. Is it movement if he's watching my video and follows me? Everything's moving all at once, right? Everything's happening all at once. So you could like, if you want to say that, but I would be conscious instead of continually manifesting like movement. Bro, he just texted me. What the fuck? Are you a witch or am I? Both, actually. I'm having so much fun here. Anyway, I told you. I told you so. See how fast things are when you just let it be? But like, here's the thing, Angela. La 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 la. I would like so quickly collapse that of like, oh yeah, he's watching my videos and follows me because he loves me and now he's here and we're together, right? You're not going to keep it in like, oh, there's tiny movement, there's tiny movement, there's tiny movement, but we're not together, but we're not together, but I get tiny movement, but I got tiny movement. Assume that it all moved kind of thing. I know some people say don't acknowledge movement, but like, I think that you can acknowledge it and generate forward from it quickly, if that makes sense. Because it's like, oh, cool, of course he follows me. He's so in love with me. He's asking how I'm doing. It's literally 11 p.m. Y'all already together. Have fun. Go have fun with that. All right, girl, you have a question. What is up? What's up? Oh, me next. You already have it, okay? You already have it. It was easy. Oh, thanks, babe. I told you. My SP and I are no contact. The contact from his side is very slow. He doesn't reach out for himself. He's now out of the country, busy with family and building his house. You're never in no contact. Actually, he's contacting you right now. He texts you all the time. He loves texting you. You're his top priority. He's not busy with family and other stuff because he's prioritizing you. He always makes time in his day to be sure that he talks to you, right? Whatever you prefer. You guys chat throughout the day. You're never in no contact. That's just a story that you decided. And it's a fuck-ass story, especially when you know that we are all the one mind, right? So how could you not be in contact with yourself? How could you be so separate from yourself, right? You're not in no contact. You just decided to perceive of the reality of witnessing no contact, but you're always like, every time you're feeling yourself missing them, it's because they're missing you. Decide a better story. You've been watching my live for months. Oh my God, I'm so glad. Welcome, welcome. Told him to come to your room. Isn't Rome just wonderful? Isn't Rome wonderful? Can you explain how some things require identity shift and some not really? It's like if the color you have is like a reddish orange and you want it to be like true red, that's a less of a shift than going from, let's say, the perception of blue to red, right? So if you were already like there basically and you just like had like a slight adjustment of self, then you're in red, right? Versus like if you're having like more of a perceived gap that you're closing within yourself and your understanding of yourself and your reality. So it's like you're always shifting, but maybe it was just such a tiny little adjustment that it didn't super like flag to you. Of course we weren't lying. Want you to get your stuff. You're always winning. You're always thriving. But in the 3D, I chase a lot, and sometimes I do react to the 3D. Okay, so decide right now, right? You can actually like even go back to the moment of chasing and being like, oh no, actually what was happening was like he was pursuing me. He was pursuing me the whole time. Oh, actually, I didn't chase. If you want to revise that, it's fine. Or you could just be like, wow, I don't chase anymore. I'm not the one who chases. I've never been the one who chases. Disidentify with that. Claim your new story in the now moment. And the whole, sometimes I do react to the 3D. Okay, cool. Like, let's say like a loud noise happens and you jump a little bit. Doesn't mean anything. You could even decide like, wow, I'm so calm and just don't jump to things now. It's just telling you who you're desiring to be. I quit fixing my identity and vibration and frequency. Now I feel free. Great, because you didn't need to fix your identity and vibration. This is inspiring me to tell. Why are my friends getting my exact manifestation? Because you already got it. So just accept that you got it, right? So your whole reality is reflecting to you that it's here. So celebrate. Be happy for that because it's like, oh, cool. I got it. 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 Look how fast that happened. I got it. He texted first, though. Just assume he's texting. Oh, my God. Good luck. Already done. Of course he texted you. Of course he's texting you right now. He's like, oh, my God, I miss you so much. I love you so much. I'm so sorry. Or whatever. Whatever the fuck. You know what's, like, funny? You attracted your SP. Congrats. You're in a perfect relationship right now. Is it true that whatever I affirm / believe / speak into existence? If you decide that and desire it, right? And it's like, it's not like you're transmitting, because this is the thing. It's not like you're transmitting it across space, but it's like, it's quantum. So it's like same space and time, right? So as you're like, okay, this is the thing, then you can assume that they're getting that thought. If you want to assume and believe that, you can also go the method of like, I just assume that whatever I'm thinking, they're gonna think. right? Because that's easy. And then it's just like, I just shift my being and knowing of it. That's what I experience. It's also okay to feel anxious and have a negative thoughts, and you don't have to manifest a thing. Right. I assume that for the positive. I assume that if it's a negative, a weird thought passing through, it's not what's being selected, right? Unless I select it and choose to create with it, right? It's my choice as the creator. I'm glad you're feeling great. Do OCD thoughts not manifest because they are a symptom and not what you are aware of being? I wouldn't even give them that. All thoughts exist in existence in the conscious mind of all things. There's just some people felt very disturbed by specific thoughts, put the focus on it, and then it perpetuated into what got diagnosed as a disorder, right? So this is why so many people who had been diagnosed with OCD then found law of assumption or conscious manifestation ways and now no longer have OCD symptoms, right? Because it's like, it's what you're putting the focus on, and you change the story. He's on his way. I'm going to have the time of my life. Oh my God. I'm so happy. Congrats, babe. Oh my God. I'm so happy. I love people thriving. I have dreams about negative intrusive thoughts and ideas. Can I just like forcefully ignore this? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Decided doesn't mean anything, right? It's like, for me, if I have a positive dream, I'm like, great, love it. If I have a negative dream, I'm like, well, that meant nothing. That was just old, whatever, creating, leaving. I assume I'm healthy without thinking the slightest without it. Yeah, assume that you're healthy. Assume that you're healthy. Don't worry. Decide that you don't worry about it, because you're deciding to worry about it. And instead of deciding it means nothing, it doesn't mean anything, right? You're making it mean something. Had to just identify with PMDD, anxious thoughts, but have been dropping the PMDD altogether. It works. Absolutely. Yeah. That so many people like create a story around their period or stuff like that and then suffer for years, right? When you shift the story, I've seen so many people, I've done it myself, shifting the story around my own cycle. Now it's perfect. And it's so funny too, of like, if you're ever like, if you start commiserating with people again, right? Start trying to be relatable to people. And then so you start having things come up again. Stop doing that. Let go of that pattern. You don't have to be that person. Thank you, guys. Oh, thank you for the roses. Thank you for the likes and all that jazz. You don't even need to see your bad thoughts. Don't mean anything. It's just the brain being the brain. Yeah, the brain being the brain, or the mind of all that is being the mind of all that is, meaning all thoughts exist, which also is like, it only has the meaning I give it. It only becomes matter if I decide it does. It only generates matter into my reality if I decide it does. You're very pretty. Are you Italian? I am. So many people have been clocking that lately. I'm half Italian. Do I really give that much? How to manifest an internship quickly for someone. You have it. Congratulations on your new internship. Congrats. How are you feeling in your body now that you have your internship? How are you feeling? Satisfied, peaceful, confident? Like, yeah, I knew it. I knew it the whole time I was going to get it. I'm so happy. Cool. You already have it. Congrats. I'm very happy for you. Yeah, just identify with things. And if you're making up a story of like, oh my God, I'm like freaked out about this and worried about this, remember that that's a play and a decision. So you can just be like, actually, I don't worry about that. Actually, I've never worried about that. Actually, that's just not who I am. It's not who I am to worry about that kind of thing. Because it always resolves and works in my favor. In fact, it's already perfect for me. Congratulations on getting your dream job. That's awesome. Software engineering, fun. making things run and generate. I'm so relaxed today also. How do you become wise? Do you receive downloads? Well, everything is consciousness. Everything's a manifestation of consciousness, right? So you're witnessing yourself. So like, yeah, you will have downloads or thoughts or just like receive information. What's information? It's data that's in formation in a form, structured wisdom. You can invoke it. You can say, wow, whatever I needed to receive about this thing I received. You could call yourself wise, and then whatever is complementary to that is going to come in alignment with it and be fun for you. Had interviews, I was in the state of mind, but I received negative feedbacks. What did I fail? You didn't fail anything. Don't assume that you failed. Assume that you manifest correctly every time. And just like identify as the one who has it, right? You can make up a story of like, wow, that feedback I received was from the wrong person. Actually, they meant to send it to someone else. Actually, I've only ever gotten positive feedback. Actually, I misread it and it was positive the whole time. Actually, it was really positive. I reread it and it was like really positive, actually. I have my perfect internship, I have my perfect whatever. Do you take time honing details of desires like new job, new version of SP, or is it just ideal thing? It depends. It depends if it's, I personally like to enjoy the details, but I'm not going to stress about it. If I'm not witnessing a detail, if it's just, sometimes I'll do something very broad of like, wow, I'm receiving like the best gift today. And then that's just vague, right? So then whatever I receive, I'm like, oh my God, this is so awesome. Sometimes I'll be like very specific as far as like if I have the knowing of it come to my being. I used to think it was maladaptive daydreaming, but now I see it as beneficial. If you're a lot of things get pathologized, right? Instead of framing it in a way that's beneficial for you, right? Maladaptive daydreaming would be daydreaming to the point where it's interrupting you living your life. That's not the same as living your life and selecting and knowing and witnessing it in your being, right? But anyway. Also, aphantasia is a manifestation. You can manifest seeing things. I've had multiple clients that had like aphantasia and were not able to visualize, and then they messaged me like a year later being like, oh my gosh, I see everything so clearly now. It's so cool. Oh, like revision. Well, you're deciding in the now moment. So instead of carrying that old story with you, in the now moment, decide it went well. It actually went perfectly, right? This now moment, you don't have to keep bringing into this now moment a past story that's fucked. Be in the now and tell the way you want it to be, right? Can you even imagine how that must feel seeing full-on movies in my mind? It's cool. Yeah, just decide you see so easily because it's consciousness and like not even putting. Yeah, I visualize so well. I'm a writer, so I see my movies out in front of me instead. Well, that's still a form of visualization. You're saying you see images like in front versus like in here. There's so many different ways of doing it. Like I'll see it like in here, but it's like not like rendered like an image like you would think. There's different ways that different people experience things. You can keep your aphantasia, it's fine. Do whatever you want. Have the life you want. You're already healthy. You're already perfectly healthy. Hey. Not sure if I want SP back as a boyfriend. Is it fine to affirm he's obsessed and texting me? You can select whatever you want from your reality. You can, whatever it is that you want, if you want to devote time to it, you can. If you don't have to. Like, you can assume, of course he's obsessed and texting me, whatever you want, right? But like, if you don't, some people are very determined and they do that anyway. It's just whatever you want, you know what I mean? Besides, like a vast universe in your internal palace, it's fun to create. It's all a vast palace, baby. You do want him back as a boyfriend, just not now. Okay, so just say that he comes correct. He comes correct. He comes back and he comes correct. And then by the time he's back, like, you'll actually like want that, right? Because the version of him that comes back as your like perfect boyfriend is like treating you really well, right? And actually like showing up properly and not like a fuck ass. So you select of like, oh my God, he's the perfect version of himself and I'm the perfect version of myself. And like together we're so complementary and we work so well together. We're the perfect couple. Everyone loves us together. Whatevs. I don't understand. You see them in front. I can do that with my defaults inside. So if you say, I can't stop obsessing, do you see the problem there? I can't stop obsessing. I cannot stop obsessing. Instead of saying like, I don't have a problem with obsession. Oh yeah, I only obsess over what I want to obsess over, right? I choose what I obsess over. I choose what I'm focused on, right? Otherwise you're making it as if your mind has a power over you that you just can't control, and then you're a victim to it. Voice, just say that everything worked for you. Just say that it like really worked for you. It all worked out for you. It all resolved, like you received miracle after miracle, whatever it is, right? If you're in that state of just being like, okay, you know what? I'm selecting every good and wonderful thing that could possibly happen for me is happening for me. You can revise whatever you want to revise. Actually, the car is working. You actually have plenty of money, whatever. Choose in the now, though, like who you are and where you are and what you have. Stop holding on to the whole I don't have. If you're in the now moment saying I don't have, you're excluding the entirety of all creation wherein you do have. I don't say anything to them. Like, if you're here and you're on your phone right now, then that's not who I'm speaking to, is it? But what I would say is that any position you're in. Hi, Valerie. Do you have any advice on sticking to the story? Yeah. Persist in it. Otherwise, you're sticking to the old story. Don't stick to the old story. Like, if it's not benefiting you, right? Everything exists in existence. This means every outcome played out, everything played out, ever exists in every iteration available. So if you're continuing to fixate on one, saying that that's the final state of it, the end state, that's it, that's just what it is, you're deluding yourself and wounding yourself in a specific way. So choose that it's better. Choose that it works out. Choose that it resolved itself without you having to do anything. Choose that whatever needed to go right went right. Hello. Applied for a job. It's mine. I love it, period. What to do in the meantime? Be present. Be happy. You already have it. It's already done. You're happy. You're at your perfect job. You're really, really satisfied with it. Start pre-paving that of like, the job is perfect for you too. You're so happy you're in it. You're relaxed. Take care of yourself. Do whatever you wanted to do. Work on whatever creative project you were talking about. I remember you were talking about podcast stuff. So it's like record a voice memo. Put that out. Remember who you are. I got fired and manifested a new job in 24 hours. Just say it'll work out immediately. I swear. Yes. Is there any way I can manifest waking up in 2012 tomorrow? People do it. People have done it. People have manifested difference in their age, right? Like by a matter of years. How does SP manifestation even work? You are all things all at once, having the perspective of singularity, right? So all things exist, meaning every version of yourself as well as of other people exists. So if you desire to experience a specific version of a person, then you're the person that's in that connection in that way, and they're the version of that person that's in that connection in that way, and it's all just you. So you select internally of, I have this, I am this, it's here, it's done. And that's what it is. That's all she wrote. You don't have to make it like so stressful when you recognize you've been doing it the whole time anyway, too. Right? I think sometimes people have a habit of making a specific person, putting the idea of a specific person manifestation on a pedestal. But it's just what you've been doing your entire life without knowing it. So now that you can observe, oh, how was I choosing? Well, I just like assumed it was true. I just knew it was true that this person was an asshole or this person was really kind. How? Well, I decided it internally. You know, pay attention to how you've already been doing it and then apply it to what you choose. I was dealing with negative thoughts for a while, like a rush of them. I was correcting them. You don't necessarily have to like correct thoughts when you're just choosing who you are and how life works for you, right? Again, all thoughts exist in existence because everything everywhere possible exists. So what does that mean then? It means that you are the mind of God, not religious, but you're the mind of all that is. You get to witness every thought. Maybe not all at once, but it's floating by you. You don't have to grab onto the ones you don't want. Don't stress out about it. Just let it float on by and be like, well, I'm not rendering my reality with that one. Not rendering my reality with that one. Can I prevent an unfavorable situation from happening? Yeah, it never happened. Never happened for you. Not in your reality. So what actually happens is this, right? Just select. It's already perfect. And now it feels like they've disappeared. How do I stop feeling the needing reassurance of making sure? Why don't you just decide you don't feel like you need the reassurance, right? You don't need that because you're just, in your chosen story. How to get rid of anxiety for good. Stop assuming you have it. You're the ones telling the story. I have anxiety. I'm so anxious. I feel it. You're labeling energy as anxiety and you're deciding again and again and again you have it. So stop saying that you have it. Stop claiming it. Stop owning it, right? It means tension of the mind. It's just an energy moving through you that you've labeled and clasped onto and said that this is what this is. No, it's not. It's just energy. It's neutral. And you're directing it in a way to torment yourself. Stop doing that. You don't have it. Start saying, I don't have that. Oh, it's like, oh, I'm feeling anxious. Oh, actually, no, I don't have that. You have that power. And then your mind's going to restructure your behavioral patterns to support your decision. Yeah, my pleasure. What do you think about twin flames? it's all a story in consciousness. If you want to believe that story, you can. I think a lot of people going along with the twin flame story are, it's like everyone is all one. You're all one. So like the whole twin flame story being like two parts of the same soul, I think is personally stupid. I think that's dumb. If you really understood all being one and then you get to select. But what I think people really like is the idea of a high level of resonance, right? But you get to just select that the partner you're with has that high level of resonance. You have a high level of resonance with this person, right? That you selected because you're creating them in your reality anyway. If you want to go along with that story, fine. Yeah, and like also I would like teach myself to breathe and relax. Thank you. That answer resonated in my heart. Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure. Congrats. Yep. Broke shin and told myself body heals fast, and it did. You get to tell your body it heals really fast. Get to tell yourself that. What is the story you're telling yourself? If you're telling the story of like, I'm anxious, I'm doubting, it's taking so much time, that's just the story you're telling. In the now moment, that's the story you're bothering to tell and regurgitate instead of being in the now moment of I have it and it's done. I'm so satisfied. I don't even have to, whatever, decide what you don't have to do too. If you're adding too many steps of, I have to do this and this. I have to go to the Candy Grotto and retrieve 3 magical shells and bring them to the tidal pools at dawn in order to get my manifestation. And then it can be accepted or denied by the great lion in the sky if he thinks my heart is pure. So I have to make sure that I do Ho'oponopono 50,000 times a day. Go away. Stop doing that. You're being ridiculous. Be in the now moment, decide, do what feels good for you. Not going to tell someone to not do something that feels good for you, but if you know that you're making extra steps, call yourself forth on that and be like, what's the most direct way of experiencing this? Okay, everything happens all at once. All time is happening all at once, right? So I have it. I have it. Can you talk about belief coming after the manifestation? It recently happened to me. I mean, just again, everything exists, right? So you're going to experience different things at different times. Sometimes you're going to believe something and know it and it's going to come. Sometimes it's going to come and then you're going to be like, oh, cool. Let yourself have the full range of experiences. You know what I mean? Like, would you want something to happen the same every time? Maybe you think you would, but like, it is kind of fun and cool that it happens in different ways at different times. If you're manifesting and you really want your SP and miss them, is that not living in the end? When you're dating someone and in a beautiful, loving relationship, when they're not around you, you miss them. So no, that's not living in the end. Like, oh, they're at work and I miss them so much. Oh my God, I love them. Oh my God, they're missing me so much. Right? Ooh. Everything is consciousness, right? That means that, of course, humans were going to generate AI. That's where technology was always going to head to in that respect. That's my thought on it, is that everything exists in existence. So that's something that we're experiencing in consciousness right now. People are going to utilize it in whatever ways. And also, technology is going to continue to update and move forward, presumably. You're amazing. Everything is so fun and wonderful. I don't, I know a lot of people freak out about the whole like AI taking things away from artists. I'm an artist. I'm an artist in multiple different dimensions. I make music, I make paintings. Humans are never going to stop creating and never going to stop being artists. So I don't share that concern. I would never put my consciousness or focus on something so inane, because I'm not going to stop creating and people are not going to stop loving my art. So every time I feel body sensations that just say, no, I don't have anxiety, why don't you instead decide how you want to feel, dude? I feel so peaceful. I feel so happy. I'm so satisfied, right? And then if something comes up where it's like, oh, I'm feeling so, what is the thought? If there's a continual actual thought with it of like, what if this doesn't work out for me? Actually, it always works out for me. It's always only ever worked out for me. I've only ever witnessed things working out for me. So that's completely unfounded. Did I miss something? Congrats on your leg and everything being great. And congrats on everyone having all the money to do everything they desire, having the beautiful homes they desire, having the beautiful, perfect relationships they desire. Congrats on knowing that when you select to experience a reality, you get to experience it. Congrats on not characterizing anything as negative for you. Congrats on deciding that everything's working for you. Congrats. Congratulations. You're amazing. You're perfect. It always works for you. It always works for you. There will always be a way. It doesn't need to be physical. It's a story. Yeah. Everything comes to you in the best way. Everything comes to you in the best way. Deciding that of like, everything comes to me in the most wonderful, perfect way. It all resolved. Ooh, that's a fun one too, is like, if you have an idea, who is the personality? What's the story that's making up a story that this is a problem for me? This is a problem that I have to solve, instead of saying like, actually, that's not a problem for me. It resolved itself. It's already done, right? It actually resolved itself. There's also what I think about a lot of the times is like, if you've ever like freaked yourself out with like money or relationship, and then you end up with the money and the relationship, you were gonna end up with the money and the relationship anyway, but you tormenting yourself energetically the whole time, stressing yourself out, crying, shaking about it, repressing that too, right? If you just simply let yourself express and let it out, you'd probably feel a lot better than if you're trying to repress that and like keep it in, and like you're like shaking and like so scared of feeling. Feeling some sort of thing is not going to stop you from experiencing what you want. Let it move through. Stop trying to repress it. But then what's going to happen is once you like let it flow through, you're going to be like, oh, actually, I don't even need to feel that way. The stress feeling is what I wanted to fix. Feels too big to fix. I want it to come to me. So I want it, but it hasn't. I want it to come to me, but it hasn't. I want it to come to me, but what if it doesn't? Take that out of the equation. It came right to me. It came right to me. It came right to me. Tell a better story. This is just the story you're having. The stress that you're putting onto yourself, the stress, the idea that you have to fix it in a very physical, figure it out way is very, very humany womany, right? Decide that the consciousness, you already knew exactly what to do. And what you got to do was like, your intuition is telling you to just lay down and know you have it and it's resolved. So go freaking do that. Go take care of yourself. Go take a bath, right? You're grieving. Like, go take care of your physical self and know that it's working for you. Hey, I just got, want to come thank you. Your advice from yesterday worked so well. I was able to manage. my chronic pain so well today. It's insane. Oh, with the like deeply relaxing the body. Yeah. Next step would also be disidentifying with having chronic pain. I had chronic pain for well over a decade, almost 2 decades. Wait, hold on. I think. Yeah, almost 2 decades, like a decade and a half. And yeah, when I stopped telling the story of having chronic pain, when I stopped telling the story that I was in pain all the time, when I stopped telling the story that I was injured, when I stopped telling the story that I kept getting injured, when I stopped telling the story that I kept getting sick, when I stopped telling all the stories other than my body's always been perfect and I deeply relaxed in that, right? It's the story you're telling. Your body is formed of consciousness because everything is consciousness. So tell a better story. Tell a better story. Tell a better story. Yeah, exhausted and have zero energy. So lay down. As I rest, beautiful things come to me. While I'm resting, beautiful things are happening for me. While I'm resting, people are getting ideas to send me money and they're doing it. While I'm resting, people are like, naturally like resolving this for me. While I'm resting, X, Y, and Z is happening. Like while I'm resting, everything is happening for me, right? You don't need to feel guilty for laying down. If you're exhausted and have zero energy, the only thing for you to do is rest and let your world catch up to you and give you beautiful things. It's trying to give you gifts right now, right? Like a little kid fighting a nap. Go to sleep, and when you wake up, Disneyland, like, or whatever. Can you talk about someone being in your reflection that you don't, someone being in your reflection that you don't want? Just select that, everyone in your field is of your highest level wisdom and joy, or everyone in your field is for your like most enjoyable experience, something like that, right? You don't have anyone in your field that's annoying. You don't have anyone in your field that you don't prefer. Everyone that's in your field automatically shows up as the best version of themselves. I don't know if you, I'm trying to remember. Was it actually yesterday or was it the day before? Was it Saturday? Because I have the recording. I have all I have TikTok record my lives. I just haven't posted any to YouTube in a minute. But I was thinking earlier today, I was like, I want to do that, definitely. What if you want to spend the money and you're manifesting and you already put it in the basket? All you can do is affirm. What? What? All you can do is affirm. An affirmation is a declaration of the you that you are, aka all the like God force energy that you are. Not religious, again, not religious, but like as actual consciousness source. You declaring something, the word of God is never like just an affirmation. Do you know who the fuck you are? Do you know that you're source and that what you say goes? Sounds like you don't. Just an affirmation. My left foot. Be so for real. When you state it, it is done. It is a command for your reality to generate from. Just an affirmation. You guys are so silly. I love you. Just rest. Beautiful things come to you. I've just walked away from seeing the version I wanted. It's like the version of him in a relationship that I know is true and knows happening. Congrats. For me, it was yesterday, but it was late for me. Was it the one I was doing last night? Is it the one where I was speaking in a lot of accents? Was I in the pretty lights? Did I have the pretty lights? And was I speaking with like a lot of Scottish accent? Because then, yeah, that was last night. Thanks, babe. To affirm means to state as fact, to decide. So an affirmation is the decision. Do you know that affirm means to say yes to? When you're affirming something, you're saying like, yeah, that's the fact. So whenever someone says just an affirmation, you're telling me you don't know what that is. You think it's an empty sentence. Oh, it's just a sentence we say. No. Come on. I mean, what if you want to spend the money you're manifesting, but you can't see it in your account yet? Keep being in the state of you have it and it's done. You have it and it's done. You already have the thing. You already have the thing. You already have the thing in your possession that you wanted to buy. So obviously, like, whatever, you know what I mean? Came to you in whatever way. Yeah. CET. Is it Central European time? I'm East Coast, Eastern Standard Time. Hi, Reem. Congrats on your ballet classes. That's awesome. Okay. I'll check my logs. What time is it where you are now? Like, how many hours ago is that? Am I about to get off? Yeah, kinda. I'm about to go eat dinner for sure. But I'll be on for a few more minutes. Been having doubts lately how to fix them. Stop assuming you need to fix them. Okay, thanks. I'll check my logs later and see about that replay. I will. Like I said, I'm not getting off yet. Stop assuming you have to fix them, right? Like a doubt occurring to you, a doubt passing through the mind of God that you are, again, not religious. I feel like I always have to give this disclaimer because while I'm on live, I don't want someone to pass through and like get an idea in their pretty little heads, right? You are the mind of all that is. You're going to witness random ass thoughts. You don't have to make it mean something you don't want it to. If you want to generate your reality from it, then do so. If you don't, then don't. If you want it, great. If you don't, then don't. You also explained how things weren't necessarily contradicting. It was so helpful. And like how to make internal decisions. That does sound like things I would talk about. And I believe you, and I will find that replay. I'll put it on my YT. If you're not following me on YT, by the way, I post some of the replays there. I'm also determined to go live more there as well. I post some more long form videos. All right, I'll take a few more questions before I hop off to go eat din din. Also, Ultimate Self-Concept Reset, guys. I put it out and it's phenomenal. If you want more confidence, you want to shift your life, you want to know you have your perfect body, you want to know that you have the best self-concept, you want to know that everything happens for you super easily, you want to be your favorite weight, right? My body's the perfect weight for me. My body's the perfect height for me, etc. All that jazz. Self-concept reset. I did not hold back with this. It is phenomenal. It's so freaking good. It's so good. Resembling Blake Lively today. Okay. So I know not to check for movement, but when I affirm, my SP comes into looking at my IG. You can just live your life and observe me. Like, of course they're looking at my IG. They love me so much. Like, I'm not telling you not to, like, okay, you can celebrate it, but don't leave yourself there of like, oh, I got movement and then nothing else happened. Like, you're still in your thing of like, of course that happened because this is what's happening. Of course that happened because that's all part and parcel of like the end of me having this beautiful, loving relationship, right? So of course that was going to happen. That was always going to happen. It had to happen. He loves you so much. £50 weight loss. You're your perfect weight. You are your perfect weight. You're so happy. You lost that weight so fast. Your body just didn't want it. It just walked away, got carried away. Every time you drink water, it got carried away. You eat whatever you want and your body just loves you, right? You are your perfect weight for you. You feel so good and happy and comfortable in your body. If you have a bad feeling in your chest over lack, how do you deal with it? Decide it doesn't mean anything. What are you characterizing as a bad feeling, right? Because feeling a sensation isn't good or bad, but you've assigned bad to it. If you mean that you're feeling energy moving in your chest and you decided that you feel uneasy about it, maybe instead of feeling uneasy, just breathe and let it move through you. If there's some sort of memory coming up to be witnessed that you then get to shift and decide to draw from a different path, then do that. But I would just decide of like, all is well. Don't make that mean something negative for you. How do we persist through a long-standing experience in body rejecting the opposite of what we see now? Don't make it a long-standing experience, babe. Just decide in the now that it always has worked for you. It works for you easily. You can't unsee the resembling Blake Lively today. Well, she's a very beautiful woman, so I'll take the I'll take that. I don't particularly see it. But I, okay. Similar. And now everyone's seeing it. Okay, fine. Well, I'm feeling very lively today anyway. Things go well with my SP, then all of a sudden it's like she goes cold. The up and down hurts my affirmations. What? Babe, what? Things go well with my SP, then all of a sudden it's like she goes cold. Okay, so what really happened? Let me play it out for you. Everything's going well, and then a little fucky thought comes up, and you're like, oh gosh, is she going to go cold? Is she going to pull back? Reading into tone, right? And then what happens is you feel that shift in you, and then she's just reflecting that to you. But it started in you, so stop tangoing with the devil when it comes up, right? Let it go. Come back to yourself and be like, no, actually, she loves me. She's so consistent. Oh my God, she's nothing but hot, never cold, always warm. She loves me so much. Cut bangs too short. Can I manifest them to grow fast? You already have your perfect hair. They grew so fast. They grew so fast. Oh, it hurts your drive to affirm? Well, what you're affirming right now, okay, stating as fact, is that she keeps going cold, she keeps going cold, she keeps going cold, but she keeps going cold, she keeps going cold, she keeps going cold, she keeps going cold, she keeps going cold. Oh, you're laughing at the babe. What? It has the ability to kill my drive to affirm because I am having no backbone right now, and I think that me witnessing something I don't prefer is an excuse to just lay down and give up. You can stay there. That's fine. But if you remember that I'm the one commanding, I'm the one that commanded, she keeps going cold, and it kills my drive to affirm because I feel helpless or something. What is it? What is it really? What is this showing you about yourself? I heard a lot, no one exists. You have the headset for this reality, etc. But does anyone have their own life? Like my SP? Okay. Everything exists in existence in infinite iterations of it. So there's infinite versions of me. I'm wearing an orange shirt, a yellow shirt. I'm saying caterpillar, tango, elephant, any iteration of different words I could have said there. Pink, flamingo, gazelle, zebra, anything, right? Could have said anything. Could have named shapes instead of animals. And that also has played out in this exact moment, but you are only perceiving of one of them, the one that you were resonant and entangled with to perceive of. But the infinite exists. You get to shift. So as consciousness, the yous that I'm talking to right now are consciousness playing out their own games, right? Presumably, that's my assumption. Otherwise, I'm just talking to a square rectangle, seeing my own face, and then seeing, generated lines come up, right? But no, my perception, my assumption is that I'm speaking to source playing games. And I'm saying like, hey, you get to select, remember? So I'm selecting in my game to select, to remind, to select. I don't know, whatever. We're having fun here. This is what I want to do with my time. So like, you can select out of the infinite versions of your specific person. You can choose to witness a version of them that's awake in reality and selecting their own reality, or you would likewise choose that they just don't know anything, right? All of them exist, and it's all consciousness because there's nothing other than consciousness. So it's the same consciousness that's making you is animating them. So thinking that like no one exists, all things all exist, but it's not that they're separate. They're not separate from each other or anything. It's just all the same thing, playing a little, witnessing different fractals, perspectives of a game. That's harder than physics. That's not harder than physics. No, it's not. It is physics, or rather physics has been advancing to be able to describe it. But it's been observed for millennia. It is a knowing and consciousness you get to receive and witness. The fact that I took physics classes and biology and chemistry helped me when I had the epiphanies come through, because I was able to like structure it and be like, oh my God, this is what's happening on the energetic level, and this is how the magnetic fields and blah, 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 whatever, which is all just chatter in the mind of all that is, which means that the perception that I have is filtered through what I learned previously anyway, because there's also infinite iterations. So there's iterations where it behaves differently. But we don't have to get into all that right now. Oh my gosh. Everyone and everything is consciousness pushed out. So we're all the same energy, but different fragments, different perspectives. But in my opinion, they are just as real as you. Yeah, but because you're the one steering your reality, you get to decide which ones you perceive of and interact with. If you're exhausted, go to sleep. Honestly, go to sleep and state that when you wake up, you feel better and you wake up in your desired reality and that you're just automatically like living the life you love. Manifested X back. My old identity got triggered, lost it again. Can I do it again really fast? You already did. You already have it. It happened even easier this time. Decide a story, right? Like, oh, and my old identity actually never gets triggered because I don't have it, because I don't own it, because that was never my identity. And I'm just simply all that is this right now. Don't keep creating the story that you can fall back into an old identity too, because sometimes people do that. So I can change reality and they have no free will about that because they're not separate from you. So you as the decider, the steerer of this ship of what you're perceiving of, you're selecting the way that has to play out, right? The version of consciousness that is playing out that character in the infinite iterations of it, in the ones where consciousness has kicked on and become aware of itself to know that it's steering, it's going to steer in that way. In the iterations where it doesn't kick on as consciousness, it's just going to play out in whatever, iteration of that is. but it's all still happening. It's just, is consciousness aware of itself in the moment enough to select what it's perceiving of? Oh my God, look how pretty. I see you. What about give me your face card for one day? I would be a model. Oh my God, you're already so beautiful. You're already a model, right? Let's do instant text manifestation now together. It's fun. All right. Tune in, select that. Whatever text you want to receive, witness yourself receiving it. And know that it's done, because it literally already exists. And it's here right now, and it came. And you didn't even, like, you weren't obsessed and, like, staring at your phone or anything. You were just living your life, and it came in. Came in the best way. And you saw it and you laughed because you were like, that's so funny. Perfect. That was so helpful. Thank you. Yeah, my pleasure. Any tips for letting the inspiration flow and not overthinking message when doing this kind of coaching? Trust yourself. Yeah, trust that. What I like to do is like, or what I used to do, I don't know if I think now, because I've just been doing it and that muscle is like so kicked down, the ideal will come and I'll just like make the video. But when I was first starting, I would like breathe and I'd select like, what can I share for like the highest good, love, and joy right now? Or what can I share for like my highest wisdom? Or like, what can I share that like my audience gets to hear right now? Or like something, you know, whatever. And then whatever would pop up, I'd do that. I'd give myself a little prompt. Now it's just, my assumption is I always make content, and like I always have ideas come to me and I just make them. You can take that too, because that's the upgraded version of it. But also assume that making content is easy for you. I started telling the story that I was posting on TikTok consistently before I ever started posting on TikTok. So I would walk around and the idea, like, I want to post on TikTok would come up, like, oh, I really want to post on TikTok. So I'd be like, wow, I post on TikTok so easily. I'm so consistent. So just tell the story now. And then what happened was, like, in a couple days, I started posting. And then now I'm consistent. What are your thoughts on meant to be? Everything exists in existence, so it's what you choose it is. Meant to be, what do you mean? I mean, everything exists, literally. So there's no not meant to be. It's just, what are you perceiving of, right? There's a reality where you're married to Jason, to Kyle, to Percy. All those realities already exist. Meant to be. What do you mean it to be? What do you want to perceive of? Do you want to be married to David over there? Do you want to be married to Kathy? Do you want to be married to no one? It all exists. Which one of the rendered realities are you going to play out and walk through with this cute little spirit and your cute little body? Who are you going to form? How are you going to form your characters? What character are you, right? I think you was Egyptian cat in your past life. I am all things all at once. Every life concurrently happening is mine. I am that. As are you, because there's no one else. Every single life ever is you. It's me. I am that. Get it? Good. SP is just you. Again, it's all you. It's all you. It's all you. It's all you. You chose that story. You acted it out. You felt victimized by it. You get to wake up to the fact that you're selecting and select a better story. Select a better story. I think the passage of time is really interesting. It's all happening all at once, all simultaneously, every point in time, and you're just perceiving it linearly until you don't, right? And you're going to go, you might go in and out of it, right? Sometimes I feel more linear than others. And then I remember, like, wait, actually, no, right now. Right? Like I was telling a story about this. I was manifesting something specific, or I wasn't actually. Here's the thing. I had a desire for it. And then I realized, like, oh, actually I haven't selected that it's here right now. So I selected that it was here right now. And then I like realized that, oh, the reason I'd been holding myself back is because I was like, oh, I'm going to have it right now. And then I have to do this other thing. And I didn't want to do that thing. So when I felt the tension come up in my body around doing that thing, I realized, oh, I was telling a story that I had to do that thing. When I decided that that component wasn't for me to do, I received the thing and it's fully done and I don't have to put it together, do that component. I received it in like a couple days. It was like not an issue. I was just like, I have it, knew I had it, cool. Move on with my life. It's already here. Amazing. You have the job. You have the job, which means you already received the answer. It's already on your phone and your email. So chill out. Go live your life. Go take a bath. Go put your outfits together. Go know that like you have it. Make your life easier for you. Decide what you're going to meal prep yourself through the week, right? Make your life easy. You have it. You're the decider. I'm the decider. I decide. All right, my loves, I'm going to go. You already have it. You already are it. It all already exists. You are all roles, and you get to decide which version of reality you're perceiving of. So have fun. And yeah, live your life. Live life the way you want it. Highly recommend Ultimate Self-Concept Reset if you want to be off and popping, right? Like, give yourself the gift of that. It's so freaking good. And then, of course, I've got my one-on-one specials for August and all that jazz. Select Reality, which is like a full course. But if you want like quick, immediate, like massive shifts, highly recommend it. All right. Have a beautiful day. You're perfect. You're beautiful. You're amazing.